What if I told you? Johnny Depp just signed on for one of the darkest, most fascinating roles of his career, and it's not even for the big screen? Sounds surprising, right? You've seen him as Jack Sparrow. You've seen him as Edward Scissorhands. You've even seen him as Willy Wonka. But now? He's stepping into a role you probably didn't expect, and honestly, it might just be his most intriguing one yet. If you're someone who's been wondering what Johnny's been up to lately, or maybe you just love a good, eerie story with stunning visuals, you're gonna want to stick around for this. Because what he's working on now? It's bold. It's different. And it shows a side of him that fans have been missing. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through everything you need to know about Johnny Depp's brand new project, a graphic novel series called Hyde. And not only is he starring as the title character, but he's teaming up with none other than Ridley Scott and the creative minds at Mechanical Cake to bring this twisted, fascinating world to life. Oh, and just wait until you hear what makes this version of Hyde so unique. So let's take this step by step. No need to rush through a story this good. First, what exactly is Hyde? Well, you probably already know the classic story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The brilliant doctor with a dangerous, dark alter ego. The man who tries to hide his worst impulses, and ends up unleashing them. But this new version? This isn't just some old tale dusted off and retold. No, this is a modern, gritty reimagining of the story. Think striking visuals. Deep psychology. A cinematic vibe. And honestly, who better to play a man at war with himself than Johnny Depp? Let's face it, he's been bringing that kind of complexity and duality to his characters for decades now. And yes, when I say Johnny is playing Hyde, I don't just mean he's lending his voice or his name to the project. He's becoming this character. He is Hyde. This tortured, magnetic, dangerous figure at the center of it all. Can't you already picture him in that brooding, shadowy atmosphere? There's just something about Johnny that makes you believe he understands what it means to be pulled in two directions at once. Nobody does, tortured genius, quite like he does. Now here's where it gets even more exciting. Who's actually behind this whole thing? Well, the creative team here is next level. You've got Ridley Scott, yeah, the same Ridley Scott who gave us Alien, Blade Runner, Gladiator. A guy who knows how to take dark, haunting stories and make them unforgettable. Add to that the folks at Mechanical Cake, a team that's built a reputation for crafting stories that are both intricate and visually stunning. Put them all together, and you just know this isn't going to be some throwaway comic. This is going to be something you'll want to keep on your shelf and talk about for years. And here's something else to think about. This project marks one of Johnny's first big creative ventures since all the drama in his personal life. You know what I'm talking about. He's been through some rough years, and it feels like this is his way of reminding everyone what he really is at his core, an artist. A storyteller. Someone who's still got a lot to give. And honestly, fans have been waiting for something like this from him. Now, let's talk about why this story actually matters. Because in a world where it feels like every other story is just another reboot or sequel, this actually feels fresh. It digs into the parts of ourselves we don't really talk about. The sides we try to hide. The impulses we're afraid to face. And isn't that kind of what makes us human? If you really think about it, don't we all have a little Hyde in us? That's why this story still hits so hard, even now. Here's something you might not know, Johnny isn't just acting here. He's not just showing up, reading his lines, and leaving. He's actually helping shape this character from the inside out. People close to the project say he's even been working on notes and sketches for how Hyde should move. How he should look. How he should feel on the page. Can you imagine Johnny Depp, pencil in hand, sketching out his own monster? That's the kind of passion that makes this project feel special. And you might be thinking, sure, but graphic novels? Aren't those just for die-hard comic book fans? Not anymore. Projects like this are being treated like prestige cinema now. They're reaching way beyond the usual audience. Which means even if you've never picked up a graphic novel in your life, this could be the one to start with. And don't worry, it's not going to break the bank. Early editions are expected to be pretty affordable, so you don't have to choose between this and your morning coffee. Now, let me ask you something. Which Johnny Depp character do you think Hyde is going to feel like? Will it be as wild as Jack Sparrow? As heartbreaking as Edward Scissorhands? Or will it be something we've never seen from him before? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So drop your guesses down in the comments, I'll be checking them out. And hey, if you're curious about Johnny's creative comeback, you should check out my other video about his surprising new art exhibition. Trust me, you'll want to see how his visual art ties into all of this. And of course, if you enjoyed hanging out here today, do me a favor and hit like, subscribe, and tap that little bell. Not just because it helps me out, though it really does, but because you don't want to miss what we've got coming next. Before you go though, I just want to leave you with this thought. We all have shadows we try to hide. Every one of us. But sometimes, it's the courage to actually explore those shadows that makes us unforgettable. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.